At Commodity Classic, I am visiting with Rick Ekins with FMC. And first of all, Rick, tell us a bit about yourself and what you do for the company.
I've been with FMC for about 17 years in a variety of roles. Right now, my responsibility is insecticides, fungicides, and new technologies in North America.
One of the things that we'd like to talk about is this whole concept of in-furrow technology, something that I think FMC has made very simple, is what I understand.
And we've been pretty good at it for a while. Everybody's familiar with Capture LFR. That's a foundation in the corn at-plant business, and it's still the leading liquid insecticide used in furrow for corn. And it's the simplicity of that system. That's just to dump it in the tank and go kind of a product. That's the simplicity that we're using to build our new product, Thrive 3D.
Now, I know Thrive 3D is not brand new, but it's nearly new. Tell us a little bit about how it has made this, I don't want to say more simple, but really a better way to go ahead and use this kind of management practice.
This is a system that is central filled with very low volumes of water and chemistry. What makes it easy to use is that you're only filling up 2 tanks. You're not touching every single row with a box. You're not mixing products. It's an inline injection system, so there's no mixing involved. It's a set your dials and spray as you go system that's all controlled in the cab. So, and that central fill makes a big difference, especially when you're talking about 130 gallons of water and 30 gallons of concentrate. It doesn't take up much room. It doesn't weigh much, so we're taking a lot of weight off the planter, and we're stripping it down to the very basic. It's just a water tank and a chemistry tank and a few patented pieces that make foam.
And if I remember from discussing it before, you become more efficient with your time, and also you can do a lot of acres in a day with this.
You can with an 8-ounce rate of Capture Thrive 3D insecticide and 130 gallons of water. You can cover almost 500 acres on a single fill, and that's a lot of work getting done in a single fill.
So I know we've got a lot of growers that are going to be here at the Commodity Classic, coming by to see FMC, which is just about to kick off. Where else would you point them to get more information? Or if they'd like to, say, order one of these devices to try and then use on some of their acreage?
Indeed. Obviously, FMCCrop.com is the first place to go for any information. But our partner, our manufacturing partner, Microtrack Systems, is also here at Commodity Classic, and they would love to talk to any grower that wants to look into one of these systems.
For this season, which is upon us as we're speaking, how about in terms of can a grower still get one if he wants one to use this season?
Yes, they can. We actively sell through March because there's some installation time that takes that has to happen to put an applicator on the planter, and we want to make sure the growers are ready to go by the middle of April at the latest, just so we're not holding up the planting operation. So we are selling applicators today. We'll continue to do that through the end of March and depending on how the season starts into early April. But I would just say, you want to allow at least a week or so from order time to delivery and installation time, and just make sure everything's working before the planter hits the ground.
All right. Thank you very much. That's Rick Ekins with FMC. We're here in the Commodity Classic booth and find out what's new. And that's what we just heard from Rick. I'm Chuck Zimmerman reporting.